Hey, I'm back. I just wanted to talk about a lot of common mistakes we make as empty nesters. If it's your first child leaving, if it's your last child leaving, and sometimes it's after they've moved back in and moved back out. But hopefully, us discussing this can help you not either have the same issues or you recognize them when they're happening and you can do something about it. But first thing, especially when your first children move out, is you have to learn, and this is a hard one, you have to respect that now they're an adult, they're going to have a separate life from you. And it's so hard to remember that they're not just your baby and you control everything around them, or you try to, that you have to let them make those mistakes and stand back and just be there when they need you. But remember they're an adult, so don't just go in and try to fix it and tell them what they have to do. They have to experience it, and you're not going to be the center of everything. They have their own ideas of how they're going to live their life. And we have to learn to respect that they are an adult and they're in control of their life now. That's a hard one. I still have to catch myself there when I see something and they're struggling with, and you want to just fix it. But another one, I had to make notes so I wouldn't forget something, but try not to give them advice on every little thing. Like, they have plans, they're going to do something, and you tell them how to do it. Try, and this is a hard one, and I did this for years, and I'm trying to be much better. So, of course, my youngest ones get to benefit from this, is waiting for them to ask me, or at least start discussing the problem. and then I'm more likely to jump in, but it's even better if I could just listen and not give them advice unless they specifically say, so what would you do? Or what should I do? This is hard, and it's hard when you have grandbabies and they're having their first babies and they have their ideas and you want to tell them how you're supposed to do it, and they're different. They live in a different time. Things are different. And even if the advice you have for them is great advice, they don't always appreciate it. So, and especially, I hate to say it, but it's, especially if it's not your daughter and it's your son, you kind of really let them be the dominant one about it, the one in control, and unless they ask you for that advice, they mostly want you just to listen. And then, a lot of times they'll listen to what you say, but step back and give them their space to learn and grow. And if you see they're struggling, then you can ask if they want you to tell them. But a lot of times when you give them advice, they're not going to follow it anyway. They're still going to repeat the same thing you did. We want our experience to keep our children from going through the same things we did. But sometimes it's better to let them do that and you be there to help them through it when they need you. That's a big one for me. Let's see. Yeah, the third one's the same thing. You are not in control of their life. So you can't get mad when they don't follow your advice. You can't get mad when they're not doing what you want to do, what you want them to be doing with their life. They have their own ideas. They're going to do their own thing. They try things, don't like it. That's okay. We all did that. Remember when you were that age and you were going to live life better than your parents did? And it's really funny how we go back now and we see how we're turning into our parents. Or we're totally avoiding something our parents did. They will do the same thing. Give them this time. Let them live their life and try to find your own things to do. Be there when they ask for you, when they need your support. But this is their life to control, and let them do that. Now, it's a little different if they're living in your house and you have certain rules that they have to live by. It's a little different. That's a whole different area, because I've been through that too. But if they're out on their own, they're taking care of themselves, it's their life. You just be there, but don't get mad when they're not living it the exact same way you had in your mind pictured for their life. Not everybody's going to have their life just the way their parents want them or thought they raised them to do. And that's okay. Sometimes they figured out better than you could have. Sometimes they stumble. They'll find their way back. They'll come back to you. The only thing you can do is be their support when they need it. And if you're spiritual, like we are Christians, I pray for my children when they're not in my care. And that has gotten some great responses. And I feel that has saved a lot. Because there's nothing stronger than a mother's prayers, except maybe a grandmother's prayers. But yeah, you're their support, but you're not their leader. You're not the one that tells them what to do. You don't do it for them. They are on their own. They're adults. And they choose to do what they want to do. Another one would be, this is such a great time for them to discover and learn. And if you're doing everything for them, which a lot of times, especially with our oldest that's first going out, and if they're going out when they're like 18 years old, you want to take care of any problem they're having. You'll go in and you'll work it out and do all this. They don't learn that way. They don't experience life that way. If they ask for your help, that's different. Don't jump in and do it. I remember my daughter had different roommate problems when she first moved out, and I would jump in there and scream and yell and fix stuff. There's times where they might not have enough money for food because they're partying or they're doing something else. Let them do what they're going to do. They can always come home and eat with mom and dad. That's kind of a good thing. You invite them for dinner. And if they might jump on it because they're not feeding themselves well at home. That's kind of a good thing for you, even though you worry about them when they're on their own. And you have to learn to stop making your center of your world waiting at the phone for your kids to call or FaceTime you or message you. Start living your own life. It's time to decide what you're going to do in between all those times. That is so hard. I'm still working on that, and I've had kids out for years. I have a 17-year-old granddaughter, a 15-year-old grandson, an 11-year-old grandson, and a 7-year-old granddaughter. So I've been trying to figure this out for years. It is not easy. Some people can jump into it, and that is awesome. But you got to stop just waiting to do things for your kids, and you got to just make the rest of your life. Especially if you have a partner. Y'all find your life again like before you had kids. Make it an adventure. Learn each other, because you are not the same people you were when you first got together. If you had time before you had kids, or you jumped in and started with the kids. Tony and I got married. We each had a kid, and then we had more kids. So we've always had kids together. So it's a different time in our life that we're learning not having to plan around the kids with us for everything. We are going to try to plan a trip that's just us for the weekend and go from there. Right now we're trying to do little day things, which we've been doing for years, little dates of going out to eat and not telling any of the kids where we're going. Because a lot of times, if we tell them where they're going, they might join us or a grandkid might want to go. And I love going out with my grandbabies, but there are times where I just want time with my Tony. And find things that y'all like to do together and you don't like, and you figure it out because you're doing it together. You got to really talk about it and enjoy it. You have to enjoy this time in your life. And Don't make it, it's not centered around your children anymore. Yes, family is still so important, and you'll have those times. You'll have holidays and birthdays you can work on, and anytime they need you, new babies being born, weddings, you're going to have plenty of family time. Sometimes there's times where it feels like you're not seeing them enough. That's because you need to find this new chapter in your life. You need to find things to fulfill that. Find new hobbies, new relationships with new friends, new things to do. Try to find new things you like that you've never discovered, or things you liked when you were younger, and bring that back into your life, and it'll help fulfill it. Decide what you want to do with this part of your life. It is you and your spouse. It is not bringing kids all the time. I mean, I still hope in the future we can do some family trips with my kids and grandkids, because that's still an awesome idea. But that's not the main focus. I need to start planning what me and Tony want to do together, and what I'm going to do together when he's not home. So I have to have my time, my friends that fulfill that time, or my time. Like, I do work a lot on my plants. I have little gardening things we do, swaps, and with my sister we do, it's like a farmer's market, but it's with the animals, so it's called a chicken swap. But we do that once a month in spring and fall. We do 3 times a year. We do gardener meetups where we swap plants, and then sometimes I'll do plant sales. So I do include a lot of plant stuff, but I try new stuff. I need to get some new sports, because that's what I'm working on, my health. So your health is extremely important during this time. And a lot of times we've neglected that when we were raising our children. So really focus on your health. And if y'all have had other things that have come up that you would change if you did it again, or you would give advice for other new moms that are becoming empty nesters or in this phase of life, I would love you to leave the advice. It might be something I need to learn, because I still go through phases of feeling it, and then I go through phases of I do enjoy this quiet, peaceful time, because I'm not a person that hates being alone. I do like being alone at times. Unless Tony's home, I love him being in my alone time. I probably don't give him enough alone time, but he gets it in the hotel. So I hope to talk to y'all again. And if you've had questions, or you have this is coming up for you, or you've experienced things, I would love to hear from you, have discussions, because I would love to have a community that's in the same time of life that I'm in. It makes it more fun. People coming up with ideas and enjoying things, or you never know, it might be something that you end up loving that you learned on here. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all next time.